second match of round number 1. It will be between the Red Alliance of Romania, Ukraine, Honduras, and Oman against Greece, Lebanon, Denmark, and Nepal. Now again, in 10 seconds, we're going to get things rolling. Only 3 teams from each of those 2 alliances can compete. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and as we get this match started, just to reiterate, this is the second alliance versus the number 6 alliance. We'll be playing against each other. But just so you know, I mean, this may be number 2 and 6, but I'm pretty sure that these teams are very well matched.
Now, after this first round of play, each alliance will play twice, after which the top 4 alliances are going to advance into the second round of the playoffs, which will also be in a round-robin format. We won't get too far ahead. Right now, we're just going to focus on that first round. However, this is the second match of that first round. Each alliance, again, is going to have 2 matchups.
All right, and as we're watching the field right now, it looks like both Blue Alliance and Red Alliance have those robots that have the ability to be shooters for those micro pollutants up into the top. The Red and Blue Alliance seem to be swiftly making their way across the field, speedily trying to pick up as many of these micro pollutants as they seem to be the most popular to score into the top.
Now, one nation that I can pick up on is because they have its flag carrying a post in the back of it. This is Team Honduras. We had interviewed Alan yesterday, one of the essential members of that team, and that robot this year is named Laura, which is named after Father Paul's wife. So again, the inspiration extends not just to these kids, but to the communities they come from as well. Great job by that Red Alliance thus far. It looks like they just put a decent amount of those micropollutants into the top level of the barge for 6 points apiece.
All right, Blue Alliance seems to be successfully scoring their macro pollutants into the bottom as well. Their alliance seems to be over on the other side. They've found their sweet spot. They just keep going back and forth to try to score in many of those micro as they can.
Now, I got to imagine as they're going up the ramp, you're seeing once again one of those macro pollutants bounce back out on that Red Alliance. I imagine that when that arm extends all the way up, particularly in the box format, if they're carrying one of those macro pollutants, it's got to actually make it quite hard for that robot to balance itself. You almost saw it tip itself over, but using those Omni wheels, boy, does it look agile on that field.
It looks agile, but I mean, these robots would not be here if they didn't have the driving practice, if they didn't have the background to make it in here. I mean, we don't know who's going to make it past these playoffs, but these teams are definitely making a run for their money.
Talk about feeling like I've got a VIP experience. We've got the best seats in the house to watch these final matches. It's pretty incredible as far as looking at the space itself. It went from 5 fields to 3, now to 1 that we're all focused on. This group is also focused on the one goal of emerging victorious from this first playoff match. We'll see what happens in the last couple seconds here.
And with that, it seems that all robots have ended on the barge platform, getting some sort of parking bonus. I'm seeing a lot of celebration go on right now, but we're not entirely sure who's going to take this match.
I was going to say, it looks like we're getting some type of indication, at least from their sideline, that the Blue Alliance thinks it came out on top. Again, I do not envy the judges for having to do the work that they're doing right now and counting up all these points. I know that a lot is riding on it. At the same time, if you are watching in the stands, we are so proud of every single one of our teams that has been here in attendance as well at the 3rd year of the first Global Challenge. It looks like we got the graphics back up in the booth as well, so it'll be a little bit easier to comment on these matches and the 3 teams from each of these alliances that's actually going to be competing.
Mariam, this is your first weekend watching a robotics tournament. I mean, this is now day 3. You're seeing the best of the best. What's going on right now?
I was not expecting it to be this exciting, to be honest with you. I actually went back home and watched the games again just to get a really better understanding of what it is that played out. And there's just so much going on that field, especially, and speaking of so many things going on, we have a winner of this last match. The Blue Alliance has won, wow, with a cool 165 points.
Congratulations to Greece, Lebanon, Denmark, and Nepal for getting that first and all necessary victory. Even though they are 1-0, their job is only halfway done because there are 2 matches in this first round of the playoffs. You can see them jump